What's up, guys? Brian Peacock back once again. Epic Outdoor Adventures. Back here behind the house, um, Lucas has gotten back here and touched the poison ivy. So there's poison ivy growing all right here. You can see it right there. There's poison ivy. It runs up some of these trees. We also have the English ivy running up these trees, and we also have let's see, we have Virginia creeper rolling back here. So there's quite a bit of poisonous plants back here, and me personally, I don't get poison ivy or these rashes off of most of these poisonous plants like other people do, and I don't get bit by mosquitoes, and I haven't really had ticks on me and gosh knows even how long. I'm not quite sure the reason behind it, not quite sure why I don't really get bothered by those things anymore, because I did get bit by them when I was a child, but somewhere in my teen years or so they just started leaving me alone, so I'm not quite sure what that's from, but I don't get bit by them, but Lucas does, Austin does, and so Lucas has poison ivy or some kind of rash on his wrists and on his leg, so he probably got it right here. So we're going to come down here and we're going to get him some remedy, okay, for his poison ivy. Hey there, Mr. Daddy Longlegs. How are ya? Pretty cool. So this would bring us right here. I didn't have to go far. We're still right here in the poison ivy and all the poisonous plants. So this here is the plant I'm talking about right there. And here's another plant right here. That right there. Anybody know what that is? You guys know what that is? I'll give you a second. This here is called jewelweed. So this is jewelweed. Right here, there's a bunch of it growing all right here. There's some more down there. A whole bunch of it here. Let's go down here. Come on over here. It's jewelweed. Right here. All this here is jewelweed. And this is already about 3.5 feet tall. All this here is jewelweed. Now, jewelweed, here in the next month or so, it'll start getting these little orange flowers about an inch tall. They look like little snapdragon flowers. They'll be orange. I have seen a few varieties that were yellow as well, although they're not as common as the orange ones. The orange ones are pretty plentiful. But this plant grows in the side of ditches, like banks, like roadsides, down in ditches, on the edges of woods and forests, on trail sides, along creeks. Here's the creek right there. So it grows along creek bottoms, floodplains, things like that. Anywhere that there actually poison ivy is growing, jewelweed won't be far. Jewelweed grows with poison ivy, poison oak, things like that. It really likes the same conditions and the same soils and everything like that. So usually in nature, when it throws you something that's harmful, it throws you a cure for it really close by. Usually that's always the case. Not always, but usually. So what am I going to do with this? Well, this here, the old timers call it water plant. water plant. Because you can pull this off here and it's full of water. You can see my fingers are kind of wet. And when it gets a little bigger, it forms these knots and these like bubbles, and they'll be full of water. So this plant really holds a lot of water in it. But I'm just going to grab some of this here like this, and the stem and some of these leaves, and I'm going to come back up. Come back up here in the yard, and we're going to come right over here in this strip that I left for the bees. Now that the flowers are done, we can cut it, but we're going to come and I'm going to find one other plant here in the yard, and we're going to use it as well to take care of this poison ivy, and it will be this plant right here. Alright, that one, that one, that one. These really wide leaves. Alright, on the back they have those ribbons that run all the way up. They're all separate. They all go down the stem. Alright, they grow in a rosette. Just like this. There's 2 rosettes here. One there, one there. Alright, there's a bunch more right here. And all this grows everywhere in the United States, just about, alright? And it grows in everybody's yards. This is an edible plant and a highly medicinal plant as well. And this is called plantain. This is wide leaf plantain. There's also a narrow leaf plantain I don't have right here in my yard, but there's some right down the street on the side of the road I seen earlier. So, but it grows in the same spots, and it's just basically the same way you can tell, but it's just really long, skinny leaves, okay? They call it ribbon leaf plantain or long leaf plantain. And these will get little tiny stems that come up, and they have these little seed pods on the top with these little fluff of thing around it. And they just stick up, and I know you've seen them before, alright? So we're going to pick some of this here as well. Lucas! Lucas! Lucas Steven! Alright, well, he's not going to come out right yet. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this all, and we're going to smash it all up. Alright, I'm going to put it in a bowl. We're going to mash it all up, make a poultice out of this, and then we're going to put it on his wrist and cover it over with a rag and leave it sit for about 30 minutes or so and let it soak into the skin. And it's going to take away all the itching, all the irritation, swelling, redness. All that's going to take it right out. Alright, this stuff is great for bug bites, bee stings, poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac, any kind of allergic reactions, anything that you would use hydrocortisone for. I mean cortisone, not hydrocortisone. Well, yeah, I guess maybe hydrocortisone too. But this is nature's cortisone, basically. So it stops the itching, it stops the irritation. So you can leave it alone and stop scratching. All right, so natural remedies right outside in your yard. All right, all this stuff out here is so useful, guys. All right. We don't need to go to pharmaceuticals. We don't need to go to the Walgreens and Rite Aids and Walmarts and buy all these pharmaceutical medicines when we have so much that heal us right here outside, right in our yards, okay? So please, just do some studying, do the research on your own. Learn the things that are around you, just in your yard, things that you can utilize, all right, that are free, all right? And knowledge is the key. All right, and that's what I'm trying to help with. So we're gonna get this on his arm, and I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time. Please like, share, comment. I'll see you next time. Peace.